Hey folks, it's me, Joseph, coming at you again with another episode of Art and the Garden, the series where I share with you two things I have an enormous passion for: my art and my container garden. If you're ready, let's grow. All right, for this episode, the art piece is going to be something a little different. I am going to work with a black and white print that I have, and I am going to create an original from this black and white print. This is a technique that I learned or first witnessed demonstrated by an artist, a Dallas artist named Othello Beck Jr. Back in the 1980s when I lived in Dallas. This was a really interesting approach. I remember visiting his gallery one day and saw where he had several black and white prints of his work. He had his own printing press, and he would print out his own black and white prints. But I noticed where he had the same prints in black and white, but then there were a stack of them that were in color. So I asked the question, I said, "Oh, you're able to print in color as well?" He said, "No, let me just show you how I do it." And he would take a black and white print, watercolor paint, and just lightly wash over the black and white print. And I was just amazed at how quickly you could take a print and turn it into another original. And so this was that technique. Now, he used watercolor paint. I have been experimenting with watercolor pencils for a while, and they are fantastic medium, and again, extremely versatile. And here I am using watercolor pencils to use that particular technique that I witnessed Othello Beck back in the 1980s. And so it's a quick way, really, if someone is interested in a print I have and they said, "Wow, I really wish I can have that in color," and that's happened before. I showed them how quickly I can convert it into a color piece just based on some of their color schemes and things like that. So this is how that goes. And again, really fun, quick, easy way to take a print and turn it into original. Now, the one thing that you have to focus on is that you can't use glossy paper. It only works well with a matte finished paper. And this is how that turns out. So, hey, tell you what, let's go out to the garden, take a look at how we're going to grow some green onions today. Okay, so here's another garden crop that I like to start from store-bought vegetables. That's green onions. I love green onions in a lot of things that I cook, salads and things like that. But I noticed nowadays the price of the green onions are extremely high. Here I was able to get 5 for $1.50, something like that. Usually it's more than that. But what I always do, I'll start with the only thing I want to do is keep the bottom part. I maybe go and cut off about an inch and a half The rest of it I will take and use in the salad a little bit later. And yeah, I mean, it's real simple, real simple. This all cut up and bag it up, and again, this is going to go in a salad a little bit later on. But green onions are really easy to grow once you just get them in the soil and just make sure you're giving them good fertilizer and water, things like that. I'm going to start off with a container that I had prepped back in the summer, and soil should be pretty good, but I'm going to still kind of beef it up a little bit. I'm going to let me mix it up. I'm going to add a little bit of bone meal to this, and I'm probably I think I'll add some blood meal as well. Mix this up pretty good. And it's real easy. I mean, it's pretty simple to, plant green onion. Once I have that soil ready to go, I'm just going to take the part and I'm going to put it about an inch in the ground. And I'm going to leave that little top right there. And boom. Leave a little bit at the top. Just like that. Yeah. And that's just really and truly how easy it is to plant green onion. That's how easy it is. And I'm gonna water this in a little bit. And probably let me add a little cedar mulch. I always like to use use cedar mulch on top of my containers that are on top of my crops I've planted. Just help retain the water a little bit, protects it a little bit. Now these are really great for winter, fall and winter gardening. And this is them when I first put them in the ground or in containers. This is 4 days later. You see how quickly they begin to grow. Here's a week later. They're growing extremely well. And then down the road, they are really, really beginning to take off. It only takes a short period of time for these to take off and really start growing. And I love it. And here you can see the first container is just overwhelmed, and so I'm gonna harvest that. And then if you know me, I love to grow in succession, plant in succession. Here's a few other containers that I've started up, so I'll be have an abundance of green onion all throughout the fall, winter, and probably even into the spring and summer months. But yeah, this is how easy and how quickly they can grow. Here's me. I've harvested a little bit here. And if you notice, I cut around. I leave one main still growing. Again, planting in successions. This is what you get. Looking beautiful. Yeah. So hey, hopefully this was helpful. And if you like what I'm doing, I'd love to get some support from you. If you just go to my website and purchase some of the prints that are available, it really helps helps me keep going with art in the garden. So thank you for watching. Hey, and I will catch you next time when you're ready to grow. All right. See you later.